Welcome to Rooted in Purpose with Tiana. So, today we're going to talk about co parenting a little bit more. If you had the opportunity to see my last episode, we talked about co parenting and how important it was to protect your peace. And we led with serenity. Today we're going to talk about keeping their name out of your mouth, especially in front of the kids. I've accomplished many things in my life, and my greatest accomplishment, like most of you, are our children, and it's my son. He chose me to be his mommy. He forgives me for my shortcomings, and he tells me he loves me during the moments when I feel like the worst parent on earth. But I am forever grateful for his grace. Now, my son is named after his father, and I understand that is really important for many men. It gives them a sense of pride, a legacy that they created, in having a son to carry their name. My son has his father's first, middle, and last name. He's a true junior, and it really gives them a nice connection. His dad even refers to him as his mini-me. And because of that, I've learned very early on that I had to be mindful of my words and what I spoke, especially moments of frustration with the father. But at the same time, I had to make sure that I was being intentional. Now, nod your head if you can relate. Keep nodding. I know it can happen. But what should you never do is speak ill of the other parent in front of the child. Our words have power. They shape how our children see themselves and the people who created them. And in my case, my son carries his father's name, and I never want my son to feel like I'm frustrated with him or criticizing him. We are called to build kings and queens, not tear them down with our words, our thoughts, or our actions. So in 2014, I remember I needed to move and change domicile. His dad and I didn't agree, and we turned into some really bad arguments. It was really the worst version of myself. I was very bullheaded, Taurus that I am. And looking back, I was leading from pain. I was being selfish. And I was focused solely on what I wanted and without fully considering his pain as a father would feel if his son moved away. And I remember complaining to my Uncle Dink, rest in peace, as we drove from Indianapolis to Detroit. And I must have been carrying it on because my uncle looked at me and said, "You thought enough of him to lay down with him. There's no need to complain now." And woo, it was humbling. I was appalled but humbled. But you know what? He was absolutely right. From that moment on, I made a vow to myself, to my son, and to the co-parenting gods that I would never speak ill of his father again. And even if there was smoke coming out of my eyeballs, even if I needed to scream into a pillow later, my words will remain in check, especially in front of my child. So today we are leading with discernment. I want you to take a moment now, close your eyes, take some deep breaths, and then write. When was a time you spoke disrespectfully about the other parent in front of your child? Now I want you to rewrite that moment. What should you have done differently? What would choosing peace have looked like instead? So that's your assignment. And next week we will kind of dig deeper into our responses, but also share within the chat. Let's have a conversation about that, because we have all been there. And whatever the co-parent situation may look like for you, you got this. Mother, father, partner, aunt, guardian, you got this. But remember, we have to be in control of ourselves. We are the masters of our fate.